Hey Junior Power Kids, welcome to the clubhouse. I am so glad that you're here today to hear a very important story from my very favorite book called the Bible. That's right. And whose book is the Bible? God's book. That's right. And yell really loud if you know how many chapters are in it. 66. And it's broken into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. So today's story picks up where we left off last week. So last week, we heard the story about how an angel came to Mary and told her some really big news, that she was going to have a baby, that she was going to have God's son. Can you yell out what his name was? That's right, his name is Jesus. So our story today starts with Joseph and Mary. So Mary is the one who was pregnant with baby Jesus, and Joseph was her soon-to-be husband. So the hard thing was they had to take a very long trip. See, the rulers at that time said that everybody needed to go back to the town they came from so they could be counted. So Mary and Joseph had a very long trip from Nazareth all the way to Bethlehem. So can you tell me or think of how and why that trip might be really hard? Very good thinking. So Mary was about to have a baby, right? So she had a really big belly. She was very, very pregnant because the baby was going to come any day. And she had to take a very long trip. So they started on their journey from Nazareth all the way to Bethlehem. And when they got there, they had to look around for a place to stay. So we call it an inn, which was like a hotel. So they got to the first inn and they knocked on the door. Unfortunately, there was no room. Joseph and Mary were a little bit worried. They didn't know what they were going to do. They really needed a dry, warm place to stay. So they kept looking and they went to another inn. They knocked on that door, and there was no room there either. But the innkeeper there had a great idea. He said there's no room here in the inn, but he had a stable, a barn in the back that they could stay in for the night. Mary and Joseph were relieved to have somewhere to rest. So that night, Mary and Joseph stayed in the stable, which is like a barn where all the animals slept, and it probably smelled pretty bad. But something amazing happened in that stable that night. Mary gave birth to baby Jesus. And the Bible tells us that she wrapped him in some cloths and laid him in a manger. Now, a manger is what the animals actually eat out of. But that night, it was a bed for the best gift to ever come to the world, baby Jesus. So that night, when Jesus was born, there were some shepherds out in the field watching their flock. What do shepherds take care of again? Let me hear it really loud. Sheep. Can everybody baa like a sheep real quick? Let me hear it. Baa. Very good. So the shepherds were just chilling out in the field watching their sheep. They had no idea that Jesus had been born. In fact, nobody knew. Just Mary and Joseph and the animals. But God was about to make a really, really cool announcement. So the shepherds were in the fields with their sheep on a dark night, and all of a sudden, an angel appeared in the sky, and they were amazed. And the angel said, I have good news that is for everyone. And then the sky filled with angels that were singing praises to God. Can you even imagine that? Can you just close your eyes for a second and think about that? About you being outside and the sky filling with angels. So that's what happened to the shepherds. And the angel told them that the Son of God had been born that night and that they could find him in a manger in Bethlehem. Well, then the angels went away and the shepherds kind of looked at each other and then they went home and took a nap, right? You think that's what they did? No. They ran all the way there so they could see baby Jesus. And when they got there, they kneeled and they worshiped him. They knew how special he really is. And then, what do you think they did after that? They saw the baby. They were amazed by the baby. They knew this was God's son because angels had told them that. You think they just went home and took a nap then? No. The shepherds got to do something really cool. The shepherds got to be the ones that ran and told everyone that Jesus had been born. Guys, this is my favorite part of the story. I love that God chose shepherds, dirty, stinky guys that take care of sheep, to tell everyone that his son had been born. And I don't really know why God decided to do that, but I think it was so we would know that Jesus came for all of us, because he did. He came because he loves you, and he loves me, and he loves everyone. And he, that baby that was born on Christmas morning, would be the man that would die on the cross to save us. And that is why he is the best gift ever. God loved us so much that he sent us Jesus. And guys, the Christmas decorations are fun, the cookies are fun, all of that is so much fun. The gifts, they're tons of fun, right? But the reason we celebrate Christmas is because it's Jesus' birthday, and he is the best gift ever. Merry Christmas.